Think about the last time you had a good night's rest. Think of how good it felt to wake up and the drive you had to get things done. Compare this to bad sleep. You end up just wanting to sit around all day and do nothing, feeling miserable the whole time. Sleep is often overlooked and underappreciated in today's culture. The popular and pervasive use of coffee and energy drinks have skewed our view on what it means to rest well. It's almost like people have gotten used to being tired. Everyone subconsciously knows that they should get good sleep, so why do so many of us rely on stimulants to make ourselves feel awake? I think most people get bad sleep every night not out of necessity, but because of bad practices that are developed over time. In this video, I hope to provide you with a game plan on how you can change your sleep habits for the better. Let's quickly talk about why sleep is so important. Sleep isn't just about feeling rested. It's when your body repairs itself, your brain processes memories, and your immune system strengthens. Without it, your mood, energy, and even long-term health take a serious hit. Especially if you're an active person, sleep is one of the most critical times for muscle recovery and repair. Sleep also regulates hormones like cortisol, the stress hormone, and insulin, which helps control your blood sugar levels. The bottom line is, your body has a negative physiological response every time you sleep poorly. The importance of rest cannot be overstated. So, if you're struggling with sleep, it's worth the effort to fix it. Let me break it down into some actionable steps. Your body thrives in routine, so you should make an effort to create a consistent sleep schedule. By doing this, you'll establish a healthy circadian rhythm, which has numerous benefits. You'll end up getting to the point where you don't even need an alarm to wake up at the exact same time every morning, and you'll feel awake and alert within minutes after getting up. Studies show that you should aim to get 8 hours of sleep every night. The biggest obstacle to achieving this for most of us is being intentional about not getting distracted before bed. Most people look at their phone screen and watch videos to go to bed. You may even be watching this video in bed right now. Your brain is designed to release melatonin when exposed to darkness, and by looking at even dim light, you inhibit this process and it'll take longer to feel tired. Turn off all your screens at least 30 minutes before you plan on being asleep, and I promise you, it will make a world of a difference. If you're having trouble winding down consistently, try establishing a nighttime routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, if you can. Establish the order in which you brush your teeth, take a shower, and accomplish all of your other personal hygiene needs. If you like to read or meditate, do that. Prayer also works amazingly. Putting yourself in a state of gratitude can make other things that seem bad seem not so bad. You could try listening to an audiobook. There's a bunch of different things you can do to calm your mind. I'll go over my personal favorite way to decompress later in the video, but what works best differs from person to person. Try to find a short stretching routine. Even if it only takes you 5 minutes, it helps immensely to promote flexibility. It also forces you to focus on just your mind-muscle connection, which acts as another way to calm your mind. Your bedroom should be primarily oriented around sleeping. The first and best way to do this is to keep it as dark as possible at night. You should use blackout curtains or an eye mask to block out light. This gives you the natural release of melatonin that you activate when you expose yourself to darkness. Make sure your room is cool too. Your body must cool itself down before you can go to sleep, so if it's too hot, you're going to find it difficult to fall asleep fast. Also, reduce the noise you expose yourself to. You could try a white noise machine or earplugs to drown out distractions. There's a bunch of videos on YouTube that are 10 hours of just rain. I personally prefer a fan as it provides some nice ambient sound while also acting as a way to cool my room. Try and avoid keeping your desk and computer in your room. Besides it being a temptation to work or play video games, by having your desk in your room, you make it harder for your brain to separate your work frame of mind from the mental state you need to be in for sleep. And most importantly, when you're in bed, don't be trying to do anything else except sleep. Don't make it a habit to be on your phone, read, or even meditate. When you get under the covers, sleep should be your only focus, and over time, you'll train your brain to get to sleep faster. Now, this one's kind of obvious. You'll want to avoid caffeine at least 6 hours before bed. I love a good iced coffee just as much as the next guy, but trust me, it's not worth it. Technically, it's best not to eat anything at all in the time leading up to when you hit the hay. When you sleep, your body's digestive tract slows down. Try to eat some larger meals earlier in the afternoon. This goes hand in hand with setting a consistent bedtime. If you decide to stay up later, you're gonna get hungry, which makes you eat, which makes it harder to fall asleep because you'll need to partially digest it, which defeats the whole purpose of all the other advice in this video. Instead, try a light snack if you're hungry. Something like a banana or a handful of almonds. A small glass of water works well too. For me personally, dealing with stress is the biggest challenge I face in getting good, consistent sleep. Stress puts you on edge, sometimes to the point where you feel like you can't sit still. Your mind can start racing, thinking about every little thing, but you can't seem to be able to spend enough time thinking about those things to make yourself feel at ease. Oftentimes, this is because a lot has happened in the previous day. Try your best not to resort to content consumption as a way to dull these thoughts. I find keeping a journal to be very helpful to combat these periods of stress. I was averse to a journal for a long period of time until I realized that I was making way too many rules for myself with it. You can write literally whatever you want in a journal. If you had an awesome day, you can celebrate with words without worrying about seeming boastful to another person. If you're feeling down, you can write to yourself for as long as you need. The list goes on. Just buy a $2 notebook from Walmart and keep it for when you need it. The first time you try it, it's going to feel weird writing to nobody, but after a couple times, I think you'll find it to be quite calming. Just don't use your phone as a journal. Bonus tips! Bonus tips! Some other tips that can help include making an effort to get sunlight during the day. Exposure to natural light helps regulate your circadian rhythm. Exercising regularly, as long as you don't work out right before you go to bed. Waking up at the same time no matter what. If you have to stay up late, try and wake up at the same time in the morning. Doing this gives you a higher likelihood of retaining your circadian rhythm. Lastly, don't beat yourself up if you stay up too late on your phone or neglect to do something you've set out to do. Self-criticism is only helpful up to a certain point. I covered a lot of stuff in this video, so I'll give you a quick synopsis of the most important points. 1. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, if you can. 2. Be intentional about winding down. 3. Optimize your sleep environment. 4. Don't eat and drink a lot late at night. And 5. Make a point to manage stress. Improving your sleep takes time, but with consistency, these small steps can make a huge difference. Let me know what you thought of this video, and subscribe if you want to see more like it.